Hello, everybody. Doing a Halloween paint stream. Fell a little behind on some painting, so I figured it'd be a good opportunity to get some painting done. These are orc arms and legs for an orc helicopter. Painting them separately because I found some things are easier to paint separately, some things just paint and go. So let's see here. I need, I like painting the skin, so I'll paint the skin last. Paint the pants first. I got to mix a color for that. Let's see here. Well, I'm tending to mix two colors. It's royal purple. No, it's backwards. Right, I forget. Royal purple. It's a nice purple, except when you put it on, it looks pink. And I mean practically fluorescent pink. And I'm looking for a nice dark purple. But not quite as dark as heavy violet here, so gotta do a little bit of mixing. Yeah, I got an Army Painter wet palette. Got it under the recommendation that it's a good starter's palette for painters. So I got black on there. Well, still plenty of room for my other paints. So mix them up and shake them up and get mixing. I don't know if you can actually hear that. I wonder if anybody's actually going to show up for this since Biggest Geekus is currently streaming. But I promised a buddy I might not stream at this time, so. What is that palette? Oh, it's still pretty moist. Okay. Excuse me. Allergies. Snibble of this. Snibble of this. Yeah, a lot more of that, actually. All right. Get to mixing. Let's see here. Doing up the pants right now. We'll add a little bit of this stuff. A little bit of this stuff. Let's see here. Let's brighten that up. Ooh, that's a nice purple. Much better. That's more the purple I would expect for a royal purple. Yeah, that's royal purple now. My guest still has not arrived. I sent him in the invite. Of course, he might be busy too. He's a plumber, so. Don't got anybody watching. Not yet, anyway. That's fine. I said I'm mostly doing this as an excuse to get some painting done. Okay, let's make up more of that because I like that color. Ooh. Somebody just sent me a message, probably telling me he's a bit busy. Excuse me a second. You're about to see me lean. I don't know if you're gonna. Oh, I don't know if you're about to see me, but yeah, I keep hitting the Damn mic. No, that was a message from the guy I invited. Said he'll be here as soon as he can. He got off late. That's fine. Oh, yeah, that's a nice purple. Right now, I'm technically still deciding what color to paint my orc army. So I'm playing with a couple of different color schemes. My last one was heavily metal. I'll put pictures on Discord, but the last one was heavily metal. This one's going to be more color and metal based. A bit more of both. Cover up some of these other lighter spots so it's nice and dark. All right. That's a good color. I'm on focus. Color looks better when you can focus. And the camera's making it look blue. It's purple. It's a very nice purple. Sorry if I'm quiet. I'm not used to streaming by myself. I don't usually stream by myself. Anybody in chat? Oh, James. Or Justin, sorry. Enjoy the stream, Bo. Here you go. Lies and lies. Okay, you're watching. I'd already got to go. Enjoy the stream, bro. Okay. See ya, Justin. That's too bad. Let's see here. Yeah. I will have my guest here soon enough. And, well, I'll have more to talk about then. Too bad Justin couldn't stick around. He'd keep the conversation interesting, at least. If not occasionally morbid. With that said, I can't just judge him too harshly. He has some interesting points of knowledge, and I can't say much. I got some weird points of knowledge myself. It's like, why do you even know that? Because I do. And Justin can definitely claim that right there. Why do you even know that? Because I do. Yeah. One of the tips that people give you is to, so you don't mistake your paint water for your drinking liquid, keep it in a clear jug or something like that. I use medicine bottles. I have to change the water out more frequently, but no accidentally drinking out of this thing. Plus, they're basically free, so. All right. I got the pants, and yeah, I got the the pants and the boots coated. Don't know what color I'm going to paint the belts and the metal straps on the belts yet. Keyword is yet. All right. Do I paint the metallics, then the skin, or the skin, then the metallic? I'm going to paint the skin, then the metallics. All right. This brush for this because it's slightly bigger. Right brush for the right job. For this, I need goblin skin. It has become my favorite green for basing and for orc skin. I got a deep green that's technically supposed to be for base, but honestly, I like the colors of goblin skin for the base, and then got a couple of other colors I like to dry brush for highlighting. Oh yeah, I want to do the skin first anyway because I got to do dry brushing for highlighting. Duh. So skin first anyway. I tell you, you got to think about the order that you're going to do things. If you don't, you're not going to screw things up too badly, but you're not going to have a fun time either because you got to constantly go back and fix things if you get the order that you do all this in screw it up. I found that out the hard way a couple of times. Yeah, I just really like that color for the base. Maybe when I get a little bit better at actually painting shadows instead of just dry brushing and relying on a good zenithal, I'll use this as an actual highlight color instead of the base. But as is, I like it as the base color. But yeah, I'm still at the dry brush phase of learning to paint, I should say. Learning to brush. Which, mind you, I've quickly learned how to get amazing results from dry brushing alone. Of course, I find when you pay attention to the videos that are trying to teach you stuff, you tend to learn something. And I pay attention to those videos. I don't know what I did that for. Oh, that's why. Okay. Sorry, I think my own thinking process doesn't always make sense to me until after I've done it, if that makes sense to anybody else. Still no comments. Do I have any? How do I tell if people are watching? I thought there was 0 watching. Okay, yeah, there it is. Oh well. Let's see here. I don't really got any primer back here, but I'll go ahead and paint it anyway. Might as well, right? It's not like this part of the arm's going to get a lot of manhandling, so if it gets painted over, it's not going to hurt anything. All right. Looks like I need to let this arm dry now. Let that arm dry while I paint this arm. Yeah, I had a costume on earlier. Then I realized I didn't want to paint in my costume because I didn't want to accidentally get paint on it. Then I realized I didn't have a single costume I wanted to risk getting paint on. So I went without a costume. Oh well. I kind of wish I was still young enough to go trick or treating. Trick-or-treating is fun. Though if I shave and run around, I could pretend I'm young enough. That's for damn sure. I am 32 years old. If I shave, I look like I'm about half my age, literally. 16 or so. Well, I used to. I haven't shaved in quite some time, so I might not look so young anymore. After all, youth is not eternal. But with that said, my family is actually not known for aging well, so I expect to have the Japanese transformation of not looking so bad to poof, you're an ugly little old man. But we'll see what happens. I may manage to actually age well. Who knows? I certainly don't. I know my models will age better than me. I seal them after I'm done painting them, so they should last a while. That's for sure. I certainly hope my miniatures outlive me. I'd like to look down one day and see my miniatures still in play. That'd be awesome. That would be really freaking cool. Look down one day and see my miniatures are still being used by my family nonetheless. That would be really awesome. Though I don't think I have any currently living relatives that play Warhammer. Don't quote me on that. I could very well be wrong, and there are. I'm just unaware of them. But in the end, you know, for anyone who's watching this afterward and is like trying to figure out what I'm talking about, I'm talking about anything to fill the air. Waiting for a guest to get home after a busy, busy day. I'm surprised he's giving me any airtime at all because of it. I mean, after a long day, I wouldn't blame him at all to say, "Dude, no, I can't tonight. Just go on without me, please. Let me have some downtime." I wouldn't blame him at all after a long day. He's like, "No, let me get home first, and then I'll be on your show." It's like, okay, man, you don't have to. I mean, if you had a long day, wouldn't blame you for saying no. No, I didn't actually say that when I messaged him back. I probably should have. Silly now. Yep. Still got nobody watching. That's fine though. All right. Arms are painted. Legs are painted. I need to see about painting those straps. What color do I want to paint those straps? Glad there isn't anybody here. I could ask what color they would think to paint the straps because I got a couple of brownish colors, a couple other colors too. And these are orcs, so it's not like it has to be strictly brown. Yeah, I do not lick my brush. I just rub the water off of my finger. And I twist while doing it to keep the tip nice and pointed. Yeah, it doesn't know what to focus on, so we're just going to leave it. Sorry about that. I usually try to mute my camera. All right. I'm about to mute because I need to shift my leg. Well, I'm about to mute and turn off my camera because I need to shift my leg. Much better. Well, there's nobody here. Let's just pick a color. To anyone who's curious, yes, I talk to myself in plural, not singular, sometimes. I'm not entirely sure why. I wonder who wants what. Oh, I know what that is. Okay, I can worry about that later. Heavy green. No. What am I looking for? Oh, right. Filthy brown. No. Yape. Ooh. That's a nice color. Heavy satin. It's got this little reddish brown tinge to it. I kind of like it. Make a good leather color. I hate what they call leather brown. It looks like baby poop brown, I swear. And I have worked with leather. I am actually a leather worker. And that looks more like leather than than their leather brown does. Their leather brown is disgusting. But I didn't choose the color. I didn't make the color. And I sure as the heck didn't name the color. So, that's just the way life goes. Oh, okay. I almost forgot how I set this up on the other foot, and I'm trying to follow that plan exactly. Where this little plate out front here is a little. Oh, you can't see because I'm not sitting in the right position. This little plate out here front, I'm treating it like a metal plate, so only a little bit of leather on here for me. There we go. I like it. Oh, no. There we go. I like it. I like it. Like it. Now let's paint it to here. I don't know what that's supposed to be, but I'll just like paint it brown and say it's leather. Oh, this reddish brown. This is a good leather color, actually. As someone who's worked with leather, I can tell you that is a good leather color. Is that supposed to be metal or leather? It has no stitch mark, so I'm presuming it's supposed to be metal. That's supposed to be metal. We're just going to go ahead and use this to make the wood color. There we go. Nice. Oh. I found if you're painting a dark color next to a dark color and you've missed a little bit of one of your previous color, you can paint a little bit of that dark color into place, and it will help kind of hide your previous mistake. It's not perfect, but it works. I'm pretty sure that little trick would cost me an award in some sort of contest. But these aren't meant to be contest winning miniatures. These are literally just meant to be higher than table ready, but not much higher than that. The only reason why I'm making them higher than table ready is because I got the free time to do it. Well, kind of yes, kind of no. I have free time for lots of things, but I'm trying not to like get too crazy about what I can do with my free time and what I do with my free time, so I don't get trying to do 10,000 things at once, which I have done more times than I care to count. You guys can't see what I'm doing. It was easy when I was at both my legs sitting up on my lap. When I only have one leg on my lap, it's like, nope. Oh, but I had to stretch it. My leg was starting to hurt. This will be easier when I have a proper studio with a proper bench. So I don't have to like lean over my lap. I could just lean over a desk. There we go. That looks good. It's kind of hard to tell on camera, but the purple of the grenade head, you can kind of see the sparkly. I mixed some of that Warlord purple into some silver metallic, or was it the other way around? Or I think I tried to do them 50-50. Next time I probably add a little more metallic because it's got a slight sheen to it, but not as much as I would like. But still, it's got it's kind of metallic. All right. All right. I'm going to start my dry brushing process. Oh, woe is me, sitting in the emptiness of eternity. I'm just saying that because there's nobody here watching, supposedly. But what was I grabbing? Oh, right. Almost forgot what I was doing. Forgot almost what I was doing. Yes. Or would that be... never mind. I'm not going to try to figure it out. Let's see here. These were specifically meant as dry brushes, so we'll try this. It's pretty stiff. Try a stippling brush, maybe. But, yeah. And what did I do with that? I put it down. Yeah, there it is. Ha. Made myself a dry brush palette. There we go. That looks good. Oh, you can't see me dry brushing, can you? There's a little more paint there than I wanted. Oh well. I'll live. All right, your turn. Work a little more into the ferials and then work it away. You can't really see me do that, can you? No, you can't. Sorry about that, but it's a good angle. All right, anybody here? Nope. I love dry brushing. There we go. That looks pretty good. All right, what's left in here? Pretty much nothing. So we'll go ahead and add the next color up and dry brush that in. Oh, technically on. Oh, yeah, I forgot to show you the last color. The last one was Scorpy green, I guess. And then this one is Lively green. Very bright green. This one I do for the even lighter touch for the dry brush. Light, because I do not want this one streaking through. Not streaking through. I don't want this one through too heavy or too bright. And then if it gets too bright, then it won't look as good. Work that into the fairies and nice. And actually, let's take a little more of it. There we go. There we go. Not much. I know you can't really see it all that well, but it makes it look really good. There. I like that. Before anyone asks, well, before anyone gets too curious, why am I doing it? Putting a green dry brush on a purple? It's orcs. I'm doing it because I can. Oh, I got somebody here. Had somebody here. Bye-bye. My foot has gone numb. That's better. All right, well, that's oh shoot, I still need to paint those metal pads, and I still need to paint the metal pieces. That requires getting out my other palette though, because my wet palette, I have been told repeatedly, never ever use metallics in a wet palette. All right. Dry brush is clean. Not dry though, so. All right, let's this off. Put these off to the side because next thing I gotta do is pull some metallics. We're gonna go for Talos bronze for a couple of these, and then we're gonna put some gold on a couple of these. Dry palette. Lies, I'm watching. No, Bruce must have been really busy. They said he was on his way home, but that don't mean squat. He could have been literally just got off work. Oh, if I have to go longer than an hour, I have to go longer than an hour. All right. Let's start with these. I want to put copper there. Talos bronze, excuse me. This is bronze, not copper. There we go. Put 2 layers on that. I learned my lesson that the golds go down in one nice stroke. Coppers usually require 2 layers of gold. Require 2 layers of paint. Oh, that's just the way it goes. As long as you know how to work with the paint, it's not so bad. There we go. Give that a minute to dry. Oop. There. What happened to that? Not a clue, but we're going to put a tap of metal around that. You're seeing all my dirty little secrets. How I just cheat it. And if I got similar enough looking paint, I'll paint that over any mistakes and just hope for the best. It's kind of what I do. I won't say it's award-winning painting, but it works. I enjoy painting. I enjoy leatherworking. I have like 10,000 hobbies. Well, on the more serious side, I have 20, 30 hobbies. It's kind of nuts, actually, how many hobbies I actually have. I can't get to them all the time. Some of them are a little bit limited because I no longer have the access to the tools I needed, such as woodworking and metalworking, because I am a woodworker and a blacksmith on top of everything. I love swinging a hammer. Yeah. Let that dry. I think that's all the copper stuff I needed to make copper. Let's see here. Oh, hello. Just noticed somebody's watching. Let's see here. Since you just arrived, I was using Talos copper to paint what I was painting. From Army Speed Painter. Oop. Their 2.0 version. Let's see here. What I love most about speed paint: does not take long to dry. Of course, they'll tell you on the Army Speed Painter site, just lay it on thick. I don't. I lay it on in 2 or even 3 layers because it looks better if you do. At least the metallics. Some of the regular speed paints looks good if you layer them on. Some look good if you slather them on. So I'm slowly. Oh, okay. Yeah, I should have painted this handle. Oh shoot! I should have put the paint. I did some dry brushing a little bit ago. Now my handle has some green on it that I didn't intend for it to. So I'm gonna have to go back and repaint that. That means making up a batch of metallics purple. Oh well. It's just the way life goes. Sorry if I'm kind of silent. I'm a little focused right now. I'm trying not to get any of the metallic paint on the arm of the miniature. All right. Time for another focus point. All right. I'll have to add another layer to that to make sure it's dark enough. I gotta clean the brush. It's starting to get a little dry. People keep abandoning me. Oh, it's a tragedy. Or is it travesty? Or is it tragedy? Mengala Dingala. Sorry, I'm easily distracted when I'm painting. All right, now what was I wanting? Oh yeah, that's what I was wanting to see here. Okay, it's nice and thick. All right, let's see here. Right, these are technically painted. Interesting. We'll put these up here for the moment. Get them out of the way. That just leaves the arms, and I need gold for the arms. Gold on the arms. And then I'm. Oh wait, I gotta fix that handle because I ended up with a lot of freaking green on it. Yeah, gotta make up some of that. All right. What was I grabbing? Oh yeah, nothing out of here. Ah. Shaky, shaky gold, gold, shaky, shaky gold. Shaky, shaky, goldy, goldy, gold, gold. Hold on. Aha, I missed something that I could actually paint. Sorry about that. Underside doesn't need much, but it would look a little better if it had a slight metallic sheen to it. Much better. Hoplite Gold. Focus. I command you. Well, that kind of worked. Can't really see it, but Hoplite Gold is what it's called. All right. Excuse me. Probably didn't hear that, but doesn't really matter. I like to keep up my manners. All right. So it's pretty darn good. There we go. Looks good. It's exactly like I want it to. Getting better. Oh, I painted that where you couldn't see that. Sorry. I'm still learning. Nope, too much paint. Not used to painting on camera. So I'm still technically learning how to do that. A message. Excuse me a second. All right, well, my guest should be arriving shortly. Hopefully. Maybe. Anyway, I'll just have to keep an eye on things, see when he pops in. I have a bad habit of not keeping a close eye on that kind of stuff while I'm painting. You'll remind me, won't you? Non-existent chat. All right, that looks pretty good. Oh, I got his nails out. I like painting their nails gold. Why? Just because I can. And once the nails are painted, that will be the model. Oh, the model. Oh, no, I still have one more thing I have to paint, but that can wait for a little bit. So I like painting the button on the control stick red. There we go. There we go. Now I need to pull out the purple and the metallic again so I can remake that mixture. All right. Warlord purple and metallic. Gunmetal, excuse me. You know, this would be a good time to experiment, see how well Army Painter will mix with Vallejo. Time for an experiment, an experiment. I will find out just like a scientist what'll happen. Drop of this. A little more than a drop. And forgot to mix up the Army Painter. Now, given the fact this stuff is thinner, I have no idea what'll happen. Does it even mix? It mixes. Mixes into a very interesting color, that's for sure. Let's see how well it paints. Take a little excess off. Huh. Interesting. It paints quite well, actually. It's laying down smoothly and covering in a single coat quite well. And if I had to judge, I'd say I'd made that about 50-50. Nice. See, take care of all of that. You can barely see me painting. There we go. A little bit of extra back in there. Belongs. There we go. That looks nice. Let's fill that in. There we go. There we go. That looks nice. Oh, yeah, that's a good color. It looks nice and metallic. Nice. And it's not separating. So Vallejo and Army Painter mix quite well. I've done this with not Vallejo, but Reaper and Army Painter before. Mixes with acrylic. The Vallejo speed paints mix with acrylics quite well. Oh, well, I got this color out because it's a pretty close color match to what I got before. Might as well take a look at this guy, see if there's anything I missed that I wouldn't mind covering. It is a pretty close match to the color. Despite me using a different paint altogether, let alone a different color, to mix in the metallic type with the Warlord purple. So just fix a few of my previous mistakes. I got this color out, and it looks exactly the same. It's amazing. That is amazing. No, I'm not going to complain. Yeah, I remember that. Something here on the back I corrected with a different color paint, but I'm just going to cover it up now that I got this paint out. There'd be no point in not fixing this stuff up if I can. I mean, come on. No, because I'm going to paint that a different color. Let's go ahead and fix a little bit of it here that I missed. You can't see me fixing a mistake I made. Let's see here. There we go. There we go. That looks pretty good. Anything else? Nope. There we go. Anything else I feel like I need to add just a little bit more to? There's a couple of spots here. Just little touch-ups here and there. Otherwise, I'm quite pleased with this color. Like I said, I'm not painting this up to any sort of award standards, so. But if I'm going to paint it, I might as well be as consistent as possible. And if I am experimenting, like, I still don't know what color I want to make my army. So this is an experiment of. I know what color. I should say I know what color. I don't know what scheme I want to paint my army. So this is me practicing for a potential scheme of some kind. I see a couple more mistakes I made, but I need a different color. Oh, yeah, this is the right one. Well, I need a different color from the one that was on my brush. I should be good for with what's on my palette now. Just make sure I grab the right one so I don't make a huge mistake. Now, to paint the golden fangs. Now, anyone who's seeing this and like, well, why didn't I color these when I was coloring the missiles? The missiles are not quite the same shade. The missiles are a slightly greenish blue, greenish gold. This is more of a yellowy gold, a dark yellow, but still a yellowy gold. It's interesting. I like the color. It's like I like the Aztec gold as well. It's kind of nice. It's just the fact that with the different shade of gold, with the different types and shades of gold, it's kind of hard to tell them apart sometimes. That's part of the reason why I'm putting two of them next to each other, is to see how much one will stand out from the other and see if I like it. I mean, worst step is I paint over it with another color altogether. But that's something that isn't going to kill me. I don't like repainting, but I will if I have to. Still barely see what I'm doing. I need to learn to paint on camera better. There we go. Yeah, you can see the difference between the two golds in color. In person, you can't really see them on camera. Well, that just leaves the front plate, which I have to do a twofold for the painting, and the orc. All right. So do I paint the orc right away? Yeah, let's do the orc first because the front will be easy. All right. What am I doing? Oh, right. Oh, I remember. Bruce. Sorry, my friend has got to update, apparently. If it's not one thing, it's another. Yeah, and I know that one. I know that one all too well. It's not one thing, it is another. An hour. Amazing. I've been sitting here talking to myself for an hour. I wouldn't have Justin had stuck around, but no, he had to abandon my fat ass. I like giving him guff. Of course, he gives other people guff too, so. Give him the MacGuffin! Kaboom! Wrong MacGuffin! Let's see here. Ooh, I was off center. Didn't even notice. Let's see here. Yeah, quite happy with how my arms turned out. So hard to see on the camera there, but I managed to get a nice contrast from muscle to deeper areas. Nice dry brush. Let's see here. Do 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 do. Anyway, let's see here. Sorry, I was sitting there thinking. Okay. Am I done with this? Kind of yes, kind of no. I need this at some point, so we're just gonna put this off to the side. Hopefully that doesn't dry out before I get to it, but we'll see. Right, the arms are done. The arms are done. Excuse me a second. I gotta shift again. Hee hee. Yeah, I need to take a second to think about what I'm doing next. So, show off my. Turn on this one. Yeah, you see this one? This one has a lot going on. And I think it's literally 9 different shades. Excuse me, 3 different colors of metal: gold, copper, and silver, and 3 different shades of each. So overall, basically 9 shades of metal. I think it's just too much all at once. So I decided to not repeat that process. I like it. I love the metallics on it and how metallic-y it is, but it's just a bit much. Not to mention the process itself was kind of a pain. Because I had to go back and repaint certain spots that got overpainted, and I had to go back. I mean, yeah, you have to do that, but I had to go do back more than you would expect because I kept constantly overpainting and overpainting and overpainting, and it was a pain in the butt. When you're doing a more uniform color like the other one is, it's not so bad. But this, like I said, I don't think I'm going to go for this heavy of metal, this heavy contrast. Oh, not contrast, but this quite so much again. I don't think I'm going to go for that again. It's going to be much simpler. Like the way I got this one set up, as you can see, it's got 2 shades of gold technically. Some of that green stuff and some of the regular, and some of the hoplite gold, and some metallic, silver metallic, and a little bit of copper, and that's it. It's much simpler than the last one. And I'm liking what I'm seeing. But I got one more helicopter, which I have not painted up yet. But what I'm going to do for this one is give it more of a paint treatment. It's going to have a lot more paint on it. And then I'm going to do some stippling with a piece of ripped sponge here with metallic paints and see about seeing how that looks. The first one, way too long a process. I mean, I have free time to paint an army. Don't get me wrong. But I don't want to spend a month on one miniature on the same hand. So I'm testing out different potential ways of doing this. So paint. It'll be fun. I hope. Squishy. Sorry. This is a type of sealing foam, so it's very squishy. Fun to play with. All right. Oh yeah, I also got to paint the base. Almost forgot the base on the last one. So I got a couple skulls on the base, and 3 skulls to be specific. I'm about to pull out the bone for the front plate here, because the front plate here, all 3 of my helicopters are getting a front plate of bone because I can, and that's where I'm placing the checker pattern, which is always going to be in purple. I like the idea of my orcs thinking they're sneaky and fast, but looking like they're rich with the gold and things like that. So let's see here, could take the head off, but I don't think I need to. He's mostly in shadow, so I don't really need to highlight his face any. So yeah, what I think I'll do is, what I'll do with his face is just paint it with some of the goblin skin, and then rely on the green wash that I'll give it to give it the contrast that it needs, because it is just a little like it's directly beneath that. I mean, when it comes to like if you're going to look at it for natural light, it's coming in at kind of that angle. So even with the light source that you can see in that I have coming in, that's pretty much what's going to happen. He's going to be mostly in light, mostly in darkness. So I'm going to paint his face up as that. So not going to give him any highlights. I'm going to paint him up as if he's in darkness. Only his arm gets highlight because they'll be outside of the thing, outside of the helicopter range. So I just love the way Orcs work. Some of their helicopter looks like absolute junk, but it works great. Missiles. That'd have been a great cutaway if this was a video versus a live stream. All right. Oh, right. I need to put the yellow on that lightning sign. You can't see it because, well, you can kind of see it. Oh, now you can really see it. I need to put the yellow on that lightning symbol so it can work good. So it look like it works, then you should say. What I think I'll do is also paint the barrel down here. There's a barrel on here. I think I'm going to paint that yellow too. These look like potentially welding tanks, so I'm going to paint them a red color. Okay, so what am I painting next? The body, the base, or the front? I think I'm going to save the front for last because that's going to be easy. I got to paint the base. I think I'm going to paint the base next because that's going to be the most complicated part of what comes next because of what I got to do to paint it. There you are. So, is that really what I want to do, though? Sorry to anybody who's being annoyed and probably wanting to turn off the video by now. Sometimes I can be indecisive. Well, I think. All right, forgive me, but that coffee's kicking in. Sorry, everybody. Like I said, the coffee had kind of caught up with me, so yeah. As I'm slowly sliding away from the camera. As I step away from the mirror, it appears that I can walk through walls. Sorry, Scooby reference. Well, that's good to know, though, that I can mix. Like, it's trying out already. Damn. That's good to know. I can mix the speed paint with, well, at least the metallic speed paint with Vallejo and get a good mix. Oh, I got a viewer. Hello. Oh, it's Bruce. Getting some food at me. That's cool, man. Much better. Anyway, so I've decided what I'm going to do. I'm going to paint the base so I don't forget, because I am on the verge. I almost forgot with my last guy, and I'm on the verge of finishing the main body, so I don't want to forget to do the base. And I got the perfect brush for it. Hee. It's dry now. What I got to do, shake this up well. I am using Shadow Gray alcohol ink. I use it as a base color for my for rock. Now I just spread it all over my base. Leaves everything a nice rocky tone to begin with. As you can see, the rocks are already a nice color. That's before I finish my rock technique. Everybody's got their own way of doing rocks. I've fallen in love with dry brushing, so dry brushing is the technique I love the most for just about everything. That includes rocks. Big surprise. Right. Get a little more into there. And that. There's one thing I've learned about ink that is very interesting. If you're not careful with it, it'll stick up, kind of pull up around the edges if there's a flat spot and make these weird watermarks. Thankfully, like some here, they aren't too bad. / I'm going to paint over them. Oh, I do have a palette, Bruce. I was just seen many times online. Never mix metallic paints and wet palettes, because you'll never get the metallic out ever. And I'm nowhere near a golden demon, but I'd like to start doing safety practices that are good for a golden demon. I don't know what I did that one for. I needed this one, so I can maybe win one day. Of course, with that said, these are not. Hey, Hungar. If you aren't busy, Hungar, there's the link. All right. Ready for the dry brushing. Now, admittedly, my dry brushing is a little blue at first. but it'll look better once it gets spray painted with the sealant that I like to use. It really makes things kind of coalesce. Oh, just stopping by to say hi. I see. Guess I should have actually read the Hungar chat. Almost forgot to clean my brush after using alcohol. Almost. Keep your brushes clean. I haven't had any real issues with my brushes, but that's because I keep them clean. Okay, I need this to be a little bit drier. Just dry it off of my hand. All right. Pull out the this palette. My dry palette. There, that looks good. And time for a dry brushing. Yeah, perfect dry brush. There's some shells on this board, on this base. I'm going to have to paint me. I'm going to have to pull out one of my favorite colors for shells and properly do up this base. Nope, free loose rock. Get rid of that. Oh, it's still there. Go away. Oh, yeah, this looks great. I wonder if you can actually see the fact that my base is a little blue now. Okay, that looks pretty darn good. That looks like what I want it to look like. Okay. Time for that was the Goethe blue. Time for the wolf gray. There we go. Yeah, there we go. Much lighter. Much lighter dry brushing. There we go. And I like the way the base looks. All right. Oh.
Hey, buddy.
Das Spruce.
How are you?
Pretty good.
Fantastic.
Was planning on wearing a costume, but then I realized I was going to be painting, so it's like, I don't want to be wearing a costume while painting.
No, I don't want to be on costume either. How you doing? How was your Halloween doing?
Always doing pretty good. Nothing special happening, but that's better than some special things happening.
I'd rather be safe at home doing this, enjoying yourself, than somewhere else not enjoying yourself.
Exactly. I'm also enjoying a premium cup of Blackout coffee.
Oh, you're trying it. Fantastic.
Oh, I've been drinking Blackout coffee for a while now.
So, what is your blend?
My current blend. You at one point suggested the get
Blackout.
different flavor a month.
Oh,
yeah,
yes.
get a different. I've been meaning to try that, but my current one is the butterscotch toffee.
I hope you like that. I hope you really enjoy Blackout coffee. Is Hungar and Justin still here?
No, Hungar. Both of them said hi, bye. You read it. Justin's like, lies. I'm watching. It must be one time I said I'm by myself. Nobody's watching, but he said he's got to grow. And then Hungar said, "Hey everyone, just stopping by to say hi."
Okay.
Thinking Hungar was sticking around, I even put him a link in chat.
Well,
do I have the yellow? I know. Do you have any Vallejo paints?
I do.
Well, I have just discovered that Vallejo mixes well with at least the metallic paints from Army War Paints.
The speed paints I've heard don't mix well, but I could be wrong.
I have yet to actually need to mix the speed paints themselves, between each other. But I did mix some of the Zealot Yellow with Flesh Tone from Reaper to get a good color once.
My favorite of the Army painter is these washes, which I need to go back and grab more.
Yeah, I've been meaning to get some myself.
Oh, that makes me happy.
Okay, there we go. See here, what was I grabbing again? Oh yeah, yellow.
Then I have these here. I do a lot of brown, and I blame Quake, the first Quake, the good Quake.
Oh yeah. I feel the same exact way about Rage. I think it's Rage. Yeah.
I've not played it. It's in my stack.
Well, I'm not going to spoil anything, but I'll say the second one does not, if in my opinion, does not stand up to the epicness of the first one. Like, gameplay is less clunky, but the story just isn't as compelling to me, at least.
Very fair.
And I think it's hilarious.
You have a Stay Wet palette then, from what I see.
Yes. I just was told many, many times never put metallics on that, so no, don't need that one. That one's way too small. There we go.
I probably could get a smaller one. Rage, the game we're talking about, sir, is Rage by id Software. Hello, Mac Thompson. How are you tonight, sir?
Hello, Mac.
I found out.
Funny how he shows up when.
Do it.
I was making a joke. Say, funny how he shows up when you do.
He did not know I was showing up tonight.
Oh, I have no doubts of that. I was just making a joke.
Oh, you're good. I am amused.
I have to say this. I got a basic starter kit, so I could sample a bunch of different colors. They're all half bottles from Vallejo, from WizKids. The paintbrush you get from there may be synthetic and it stains easily, but it is a really nice little brush. It's got a nice, very what's the
I
word
think
I'm
I
looking
have
for?
one of those or two of those.
But I'm trying to basically say it endures quite well.
Max, like, I stalk him. I have a thing for ball painters. Yeah, one of these days we'll have to get Janet involved with this hobby.
Oh yeah. You know what might be a fairly easy way is actually to introduce her to Warhammer, not necessarily the gaming side of it, but like because they have so many cool armies. Like this army, this is this army, this is that army. Do you like a miniature from any of these armies and start her on one of those?
I don't want her to go broke.
Well, I didn't mean.
I know
Sorry.
what I'll do. We could always get her into like Mantic Games. Mantic Games is like Warhammer, but they've got just as good of figs, maybe even nicer figs.
Yeah,
Happy Halloween to you guys.
Oh yeah, it is Halloween. Happy Halloween. I was just thinking like easy variety. But then again, she is also starting in the more mythological age, so she might be more interested in the fantasy figures.
Mantic sells little booster packs, basically.
Yeah.
Where you get like these are two of the 13 characters out of their goblin pack.
Oh yeah.
And they have different packages. They have some demons, they have some heroes, they have various heroes. They have they're all based out of the army series they do for Kings of War. But you get like 10 to 13 figures. So you get an idea of what you want to paint or how you want to paint. And then just need to get her like a starter set from Vallejo or Reaper. Reaper has a very nice starter kit. 16 full-size bottles.
Well, mine was 40 half size, so I'm mine was 40 half sizes, so I'm not going to complain.
That's actually really good. How much was the kit, can I ask?
Like 77 with tax, just under $100.
Okay.
I also know why it was that price. They either sat around too long or got frozen. They're still usable by all means, but a couple of them, or none of them were shaken up properly, or some of them weren't shaken up properly because some of them were just like, I literally need to buy a vortex mixer for some of them because I just can't use them until I do. A couple of the washes are like that.
A lot.
Oh yeah. Hey, if she enjoys it, especially given the fact she makes them herself.
She is such a craft person. Like one of these days, I told her she needs to just do a tour of her bedroom or her hobby room, as I call it, because she does have there is a bed there reportedly. But she does needlepoint, she does the beads, she does comic book collecting. She's big on happy stuff. And that sounds weird, but she just likes stuff that makes her happy. So she's the type that she's like her idea of a vacation, like she might go to a big city, but it's a wasted trip unless she goes to a comic shop or like a gaming store or something or a hobby store because She wants something to take home and fuck with. She wants to be able to mess with it herself.
Oh yeah.
Mac, she hangs out with us because we talk Star Trek, Star Wars, we talk fantasy movies, we talk all that stuff. That's her lingo. That's her love language.
And Janet, every time we talk about it, sounds uber excited.
Yeah. And she loves to play the games. Good God.
Uh-huh.
She doesn't have a clue what she's doing with our beta test game, but she loves playing it.
Oh yeah.
I'm happy. Like I should be writing the rules for domains and get those written down, but all I really have to do is just find a 3rd edition stuff from WotC, copy, paste, and should be okay.
Yeah.
And that's what I plan on doing with some verb changes. Because cantrips are not free. Oh, those are first level spells now. And everything went up 1 level. I really hate cantrips. They don't do anything for me as a GM. All right, and then the evil kobold warlock will cast fairy fire, and now you're all surrounded by blue lights while you hack them apart mercilessly. Awesome.
Yeah, I actually don't know what a cantrip is. I think from what I've heard, they're like free spells, but I'm not 100% sure.
They're the pre spells you get before you learn things like magic missile. Prestidigitation, cantrip, orisons. It's all the same stuff. In the old games, those things were like, here's something you can practice with until you learn how to mutter a magic incantation. It's a 0 level spell.
I see. Yeah, there technically are no 0 or even high level spells in my game. It is it's straight up, if you can learn it, you can learn it. Of course, that comes with the point buy system, so it is kind of level locked, but not really on the same hand.
Gotta get some images.
Yeah, I was when we were gaming, when we were playing, I was expecting everybody to come up with some sort of really cool badass ability. Kai and Connell the only two that really did, but everyone else seemed to be having fun with what they were doing too. Yeah. Of course, Baron was like, "I get a big fucking robot. What else do I need?"
You give him something like that, and he's very happy. He's fairly easy to please. Let him play. Let him enjoy the game. That's all you got to do.
Oh yeah.
I really love that red.
Oh, that is a good red.
See if I could rich that up. Bless you.
Thank you.
Yeah, the nerds are typically not quote unquote happy, but I think most of us actually are happy. We realize we can't change the things we want to have the utopia we like, but we can exist in our head long enough to where we can get our humanity to where we can deal with all the bullshit.
Yeah. Plus, gamers love running scenarios to their heads, so we may not know exactly what's going to happen, but we usually have a pretty good idea. I've more than once seen a lot of people in this little hobby say, well, this is going to happen. And then boom, maybe not exact, but it's pretty darn close.
He's like, you're equating our survival capacity with joy.
Well, he's not technically wrong.
No, he rarely has been wrong. He just rejoined my Discord a while back. He might have left it already, but there's some people that just whenever they see him, they don't need to pipe up. You know, they just need to let everybody do their own thing.
Yeah.
That's the biggest problem I have with Discord is that I got people that are trying to tell me, hey, like this person, don't like this person. I'm like, do I do that? I hope not. I got friends that try to say that shit too much. He says, I'm sticking it out in Discord because you and Janet are there. More than welcome to do that, sir. If you just localize yourself in the girl, a guy, and movie part of the Discord and just hang out there with us, that's a win. I don't see anybody getting too uppity.
Did you see some of the memes I put in recently? I just put in earlier today?
No, I didn't.
Well, you need to check out the one I put in there for Kai.
I have to take this off the internet before I do that.
Oh, okay.
Because there are reasons. My friends, God bless them, but sometimes they decide to put an exposed nipple out there.
Yeah.
Wow. You're telling me this is what Kai would do to players? I've come to collect what's owed. Liar. See for yourself. My assets are all tied up in a market. My vast wealth is merely hypothetical, and in fact, a poor wretch like me must be eligible for tax credit. I like the Kermit one.
Oh, yeah. Oh, and I actually found a Skeletor thing that was more of a political than a meme. So it ended up in political.
Max says, I've been spreading the Kermit one all over the internet. Oh, God.
BTW.
By the way, do I own an AR? No, sir, I do not.
Oh, by the way, okay. Yeah, abbreviations like that still confuse me. Kind of wish I owned one of those, but I don't either. Let's pull out my bone. Oh, wait, no, that's what I was doing. Okay, I was painting him.
Yeah, I heard the military is retooling a new caliber. Not certain what they plan on doing with that. I mean, I know what's going to happen, but I don't see that being successful. Yeah, 5.56 will become scarce in the next couple of years. I guarantee it.
Yeah. I don't know. I used to say I'll never need a assault rifle, hunting rifles and shotguns and pistols will all ever need. But the way the world's going lately, it's like, I don't know. I might mind owning one at this point.
I want you to be safe. So if you can find one for a reasonable price, go ahead and get that taken care of.
Yeah.
So glad I did my AR in 308. Yeah, all rifles are assault rifles. All shopping carts are assault shopping carts, okay? I'm not going to let them take away my words.
Yeah, definitely want that for the mask. Yeah, I didn't. I'm not entirely sure what to paint up my orcs. I've done a little bit of research into orcs, and red is fast, purple is sneak, and blue is luck for sure.
Mm-hmm.
And I like the idea of one of the Midwinter minis that he kind of inspired the idea because he likes the idea himself. Big stupid vehicles painted purple, like I'm going to sneak my mech or my big noisy helicopter past the enemy.
That's pretty cool.
I like that idea. So I'm painting him up with a nice purple scheme, and I also like purple to a degree. I mean, purple is one of those, as far as I'm concerned, one of those universal colors where, oh, I'm painting off camera, where you can, not too many things don't go with it. Like even a lot of greens, you wouldn't think it would, but even a lot of greens go with it. Though, be careful with the darker and nastier looking greens because then purple does not go good with them at all. It's got to be more bright, vibrant green for purple to go good with it. Buddy of mine used to make jokes over the fact that I made jewelry. It's like, just because you don't have a good color eye. I have sold or given away, because honestly, I probably give away more stuff than I sell, most of the jewelry I have made thus far. And I know a few people who came back later after giving it away and actually did pay me for the jewelry. So that says something right there. Oh, I don't know if you would have watched it, but have you seen Shadow and Son's latest Monday unboxing video?
Not that I didn't want to see it, but what do you have?
He opened 2 boxes from me.
Ah,
One of them had the game rules because that was supposed to arrive before we played, so he had a chance to read them. And it had a few bases for him, but the real thing is the other box, I sent him a couple of 3D printed bullets, like I did you.
mm-hmm.
And I also sent Jackie a handmade Gemstone Skulls Day of the Dead rosary.
Hmm.
And according to Shadow, he loves it. But it was kind of foreshadowed because they ordered some rosaries from another dude, so it wasn't quite as cool as it could have been.
Yeah. I catch that.
So that was fun for me because I love watching people enjoy things I gave them. It's like at this point in my life, I've given away more dice than I have technically. Well, not that I own, but I've given more dice away than I've kept. Because there was more than once back when I was gaming, doing the I'll teach you how to do the basics of Palladium stuff. 1 or 2 shot mini campaigns, as I call them.
Mhm.
Well, it's usually 3 or 4, but still. I ended up giving away a lot of dice. Those people like to play, and like I said before, I love giving away things. So I just basically start their collection with a set of dice, the dice they used to play when I've taught them to play Palladium. I know one case, most of them I didn't keep up with, but I know in one case the guy kept the dice to this very day. They're still his primary dice.
That's pretty badass.
And I am quite confident because of me, there is a full set of Palladium books sitting somewhere in Iran, Arabia, somewhere in that area. I may have already told you this story. I can't remember if it was you.
No, not yet.
Okay. During the time of me doing a lot of play tests for people so they could play the game. Oh, shoot. I forgot his armpits. I'll have to paint that. Anyway, sorry. I got a little distracted. I realized I missed my guy's armpits. I'll have to paint those. There was a guy, teenager, because I was still a teenager at the time, said, hey, can you, because he actually knew Palladium, but he liked me to, heard I was a really good DM, I should say. So I was like, hey, could you GM for my uncle, his wife, and her brother? It's like, sure. Okay, I'm planning it. I wasn't planning a Tale of the Thousand Thieves or anything like that, or Arabian Thousand Nights or anything like that. I was just planning a Arabian-based story. Or Arabian setting, more appropriate. The story was still mine. The guy walks, I see the kid walk in. I see his uncle standing right next to a woman covered head to toe with only an eye slit where she can see out. Otherwise, everything is covered by black cloth. And her brother wearing a turban and a white toga. Or not toga, but whatever the hell the crap is that they wear. I think you can see where they're from. At first, I thought this was great. He'll love the story because that's where he's from. He got mad. Not like pissed off mad, but like, I literally asked him what was wrong. He's like, I live this. I live this every day. I wanted to play something else. Oh, well, the story's generic. We could just go to a more medieval European. That would be great, please. I mean, his English was really, really good.
Okay.
And by the end of the game, he's literally saying, I have to get more of this. This is fun. I like playing. DMing sounds like a challenge. Well, we'll see how things go. But I've definitely got to get more of this. And as far as I know, he bought some before leaving America.
When I was overseas, I didn't see any available for purchase in the Middle East until you went to like a military base. Then you had RPG books for sale. When I was over in England, it was easy to find because they have bookstores, and they're a lot more prevalent there, it felt like, than here. But that was also 95.
Yeah.
Oh, shit, no. I think my hand's trying to give up on me.
Oh, that'd be bad.
I don't know about you, but sometimes I have to pop potassium and a little bit of magnesium to get the joints to where they're not seizing up on me.
Not yet, but I know I'm going to one day just from the stuff I do. As I have already put, I've already put a bit of arth deep. I've already have slight arthritis in my hands, but deep arthritis into this pinky. Because when I do my leather, what I usually do is wrap the string around that pinky and hold grip tight and pull with that, which has, according to the doctor, stretched the joint.
Yikes.
So I had to pretty much stop doing that. Okay. Oh, I still got some of that color. I'll use that for the belt. Yeah. Yeah. In fact, the only complaint I'll have about this Vallejo starter #1 brush, it looks like it's dirty because it stains real easily.
Now, is that from Wizards? Or is that
Yes.
from Vallejo?
Well, the box I got, technically the box I got is, I think it's a Wizard special because it says Wizards on it, and it came from, well, excuse me, WizKids. It came from WizKids, a WizKids site, I think. I'm pretty sure it came from WizKids site. Okay, I gotta get fresh. That's a little too dry.
Calvin Ani put some spiders in my Discord earlier today.
Oh yeah, they were awesome.
I was really impressed.
Yeah, someone made the comment, I didn't know if I should applaud or burn or something like that. And I had to, yeah, and I had to make the Invader Zim comment, critters burn good. I love that show. Used to borrow it from the library, but then somebody, yeah, somebody I actually know stole them. I have no proof that he stole them from the library, but he was obsessed, and I mean dangerously obsessed with that show. So quite confident he stole them from the library. I've known some scary people, and not in the I'm going to kill you because I'm a gangbanger type scary. I've known the I'm going to stab you because I'm completely psychotic kind of scary people. So let me tell you, those kind of people suck.
Yeah. You learn how to deal with them as you get older.
Yeah. I haven't had to deal with one recently, thankfully, but people like that are the reason why I don't actually have very little trust for people. But life goes on.
Very true.
And I forgot who said it, but somebody once said, what was it? What you did and what you do matters less than how you react. I think, well, he didn't say it quite like that. He basically means how you react in the long term. He worded it much better than I did. But basically, it's as long as, at least what I got out of what he said was trying to say, I think, was that as long as you can be copacetic with whatever happened in the long term, you'll be fine.
Yeah.
I've seen so many weird sayings from so many different things. Like this one, one of the things I remember explicitly from when I was a kid because of where I seen it. The wisest man understands that he understands nothing. This was from a kid's game, mind you, and it was a clown appearing out of thin air. And that's what he says. Well, technically, it goes like this: He who understands, the wisest man understands that he understands nothing. But how can he understand if he doesn't understand anything? Ah, you begin to understand. And then the clown disappears. That's the whole conversation right there. It's like it's a really weird joke, and yet it's actually very profound words because they are very true. So I want to know is who decided to put such wisdom into a child's video game? It wasn't even a video game, really. It was one of those educational computer games.
Sounds like something you'd get out of Mecca. Mecca was Minnesota education curriculum, something or other. They made a game that everybody knows. You have died of dysentery.
Oh, and, that one.
Yeah. Oregon Trail.
And I was always wondering about that game because it was. My mother and my sister were obsessed with the Oregon Trail. It's like, of course, having a hard time reading. Yeah, that might have been part of the reason I wasn't that interested.
Epictetus. Really, guys?
Oh yeah, I've come up with a new class for my book that I decided basically. Basically the bard. Yeah.
Yeah. I was looking at that earlier today. So first I thought you were wanting to do it for the game for Saturdays.
Oh no. That was for my game. Sorry. I guess I should have clarified that. Yeah. After playing an actual, because I was playing a bard in Dragonlance.
Who ran that for you? Can I ask?
Oh, I can't remember his name. I'm terrible with names. One of Flady's friends. Actually, I think it's Flady's brother. Yeah, it was Flady's brother. And we haven't had a chance to get back to it. Hopefully here soon. I like being a bit off the wall for my characters, and when he said, I told Legion of Myth Max for this, and he kind of cringed. I'm playing a Kinder Paladin Bard.
Well, yeah, he's going to cringe at that because that's just a combination that never should ever exist. Ever. I want to go grab
not Paladin. My mistake. Not Paladin. Cleric.
I got to go grab some pills and a little bite to eat real quick. I haven't done my pills yet, but I'm dropping miniatures. I don't know if you've noticed that or not. and my I don't know if it's my nerves are dead or what. I know I'm fatigued, but shit.
Oh, dude, I know you haven't been on very long, but if you do need to call it a night, I've already been on for 2 hours.
Fair enough. I was thinking about doing something fun tonight, but I ain't got the energy for it. I'm gonna call it for me, but if you want to keep going, you'll the only stream I'll be in the cheering section next to Mac.
Yeah, well, I was actually originally sorry.
I just need to get some food in me or some actual potassium in me because what I've got going on here is like it's not red stream, and I know for a fact I haven't had the right amount of food, the right type of foods lately, because I was going through my food audit and I'm like, no, I need these greens, and I need this supplement, and I'm out of this supplement. Let me go and get from the stash in the closet because I got that taken care of the other night. But I'm sorry, man.
Well,
I wanted to stream with you longer than this, but my hand is like I was feeling it earlier, and I'm like, I can see my hand moving, but it's like I know for a fact it's like the circulation is not as good as what it should be. I don't have any pain in my arm. Don't think of that. It's just that I need a pickle. I need my potassium pills.
Yeah. Hey, it's totally, like I said, it's totally fine. And honestly, I was only planning on streaming an hour anyway.
Oh.
So
Not bad. And you made it 2 hours already. Wow, that's good. I know how we do 12 hours.
Yeah.
Oh, it's only been 8 hours.
If I had some energy, my money had come in yesterday, it won't come until tomorrow, but if it had come in yesterday, I'd have been or I had the funds to get it, how I should put that. I'd have gotten a bunch of energy drinks and I would have done a 24-hour stream.
Badass. Hey, Mac, if I don't see you tonight, man, you have yourself a good night. And it was good seeing you today. Happy Halloween to you and your family.
Yeah. Good night, Mac. So, sorry you didn't get to see much of the show since you weren't here that long.
I listened to part of it on the way home.
Well, I was talking to Mac, but yeah, I know you did. Because you commented, hey, do you have a wet palette? When I said, oh, my paint dried out.
Yeah. I did get one figure kind of painted. Well, I need to get the frocking done, but little Bo Peep is almost ready. I don't know, should I do more? No, I think the face is almost right. Okay. I'll talk to you in a bit.
Talk to you. Good night.
Night, sir.
Night, Mac.
Thank you, David.
Not a problem.